Good day and welcome back to another episode on Design Time. Today, as you could see, we are doing something with an organizer. Something simple that we can bring into, not bring into, but design with Google SketchUp. So what I've done is I went on Amazon, I looked around a little bit, kind of see what I wanted to do. We could have made just a simple square stacking organizer thing, but I wanted something that had a little bit more to it, but still kind of look cool, and something that we could print out and kind of go on that and try different things with it. So with that being said, let's have a look at the Amazon page here of what I came up with. So what we have here is the two-piece elephant shaped desk pencil holder, blah blah blah. They want $12.99 Canadian for two of these units. Now I'm pretty sure there's probably less than 30 cents worth of material there when it comes down to it, and it's all just laser cut or foam cut. I'm not even too sure what it's actually made out of. Environmentally friendly wood plastic board material. Yeah, so it's probably just cut out. But hey, whatever. But this is the one that I thought would be a really good one to kind of start us off with our designing. Now, I could have gone with like these octagonal little organizers or whatever you want to call them, but I really didn't want to go that simple the first time. I wanted something with a little bit more design to kind of push your limits. What we can do is let's open this in a new tab here, and let's just have a quick look here. The price and size is not worth it. Okay, so nobody likes it. 1 millimeter, one crafted from 1.2 millimeter thick stainless steel. So what do we got here? We got 2, 3, 4, 5, so 6 sides. Okay, I'll give you an example here. We'll go ahead, we'll bring up our Google SketchUp, and we'll just quickly make one of these, and I'll show you why I don't want to do this one. Okay, so let's go to our Google SketchUp here, and we'll just get rid of our guy here, and we'll just get zoomed in here a little bit. Now, for a design like this, let me just see how 800 millimeters. Yeah, we're just gonna zoom in some more here. There we go. That should be good. Hopefully, we'll find out here. Let's go here. 30, 40. Okay. So the average stand is probably around, or little pencil holder is usually about 3 inches or 7.7 centimeters, so 77 millimeters in size. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our circle tool here, and so let's say 77. Hey Google, what's half of 77?
Half 77 is 38.5.
So 38.5. So we're just gonna go so 38.5. Okay, so we've got our entry here, and now we're just gonna select that, and we're just gonna move it over. So now we have this. Oh, get back here. There we go. Go back to our selection tool. So now on our segments, we know that that one was 6 segments. So there we go. Now we have that. So now from here to here, we should have our design for our scale. Oh, sorry, I hit the mic there. If I made a big noise, I'm sorry. Now, another thing we can do is make another one, because our 38.5, if we do our 4mm walls on it, that'll bring it to 30 on the inside. But we could certainly do 2mm width around the unit as well. But for a pencil holder, if there's not much in there, or there's too much in there, you want something that's a little bit sturdier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with that 4mm rule here. So basically what we can do is, let's create another one, and so the radius is going to be 30.5, and the segments will be 6. Alright, let's do this. And then we'll take that guy. And we'll put it there. Grab our rotate. Something like that. Something like that. And if you're not sure, so that's 8. Oh. So let's actually take that and make it, let's go 35 on there. Okay. So now I'm going to try that out. So we got 3mm there, 3mm there, 3mm there, 3mm there, and I'm going to assume 3mm there. Okay, so now we have that, and we have a total distance of 77. Like I said, that was what we wanted, and that's the average size of a holder. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring this up, I guess 2mm works, just for the bottom, and then we're going to bring our sides up. Oh, it's a good size for that. Let's have a look here. See if there's anything on the size. There we go. So 4 point. Okay, so this one's actually smaller than what what I was designing as. I was doing as a 3-inch. So 2.2, it's definitely smaller, and at $18.99, I would definitely not be buying this. But let's go ahead. We'll give it the 4.2 inches in height. So, hey Google, 4.2 inches to millimeters.
4.2 inches is equal to 106.68 millimeters.
So 106 millimeters, basically. I use my Google for converting my measurements all the time. So we'll just bring that there. So that was 2. So 104, we want to go up. 80, 90, 104. There we go. So the reason why it's 104 is because I had to go up that 2 millimeters right off the bat there to match up with the 2 millimeters that we made the base of it, and then from there I brought it up that 104. So now if we just clean this up here, and there we go, there's your pencil holder. So that's the reason why I really didn't want to go this route and do something that we could just bam, here you go. But why not? I'll show you quickly, and then from there you can do whatever you want. You can most definitely start separating these and then adding other designs in there, or whatever you want. If you decide you want to make whatever cool designs in it. I'm not saying this is going to be a cool design, but you know, if you want to take that, so we got 3 millimeters, we could bump that in bump that in 1, bring that out, bring that out. Anyways, so that's why I really wouldn't bother when it comes to learning too much when it comes to or doing this kind of thing with you. But if it is, definitely leave a comment below if you want me to go over basic designs like this. I can certainly do more in depth on them, but for this I decided we were going to make something different, and that's where we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this 2-piece elephant. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to put this on put this on my other screen for a moment here while I get rid of this guy here. And with this guy here, you can definitely you know, make those walls 2 millimeters thick if you really wanted to. 100% up to you what you want to do when it comes to that. But for this one here, you know, that's done, and as you can see, nice little insert here, and you could bring that up or down, whatever you choose. And I actually think that needed to be covered in, so yeah, because it left a gap on the bottom when we raised it up, so we just had to check that. And then after that, you can export it and print it off. So there we go, that's a clean model. And you know what, as an example, I will export that as an STL, and we'll print it out and we'll see what it looks like so you can get an idea, and I'll give you a better idea of what's what those sizes are. Like I said, that 4 millimeter and 2 millimeter rule, that's what I use with everything. Walls 2 millimeters, but since there's no actual structure to this. We're at 3 millimeters around it, but so that's kind of in between, which is good, but it's kind of where the design decided to take us, so that's where we had to go with. Okay, so I've got that exported, and so I'm not going to save this because we're not going to go any further into this unless you want to. Let me know below. So for now, we're just going to get rid of that guy. And we're going to start on our design of the other one. As you can tell, this time around, versus the last episode, you're actually able to see my cursor for my mouse and able to see my menus, which I did not realize was not there in the last one until afterwards. So let's let me show you here quickly. On here, they're nice enough to give us right here. So yeah, here we go. 77 millimeters by 175 millimeters. 175. No, that can't be right. Hey Google, 17.5 centimeters to millimeters.
17.5 centimeters is equal to 175 millimeters.
Okay, yeah, it is 175 millimeters. And then 10 centimeters high. So 100 millimeters high by 175 is what we want, because we're going to design the side part of the elephant first. We're not going to do the actual cross member yet. We're not going to make a box yet. We'll do that afterwards, and we'll yeah, so I think that's what we'll do. Yeah, then we can get a better idea of the actual size of that internal part. I'm not too sure how big it is, but we'll make it work. Because we can actually make it all one piece, we're not going to have all these pieces sticking out of it, besides having its ear hole and eye holes showing. So it'll be a little bit smoother when it comes to that. So enough of the talking. So we want 175 by 100. So let's get our rectangle tool here. So 175. Ooh, I really by 100 high. Try that again. Okay, so this is going to be the size of our elephant. And based on the design here, it's actually really hard to tell where if those measurements are 100% correct or not, but we'll go with it. So we know that. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start making random curves and kind of match it up. Okay, so definitely curves more than that, but we want that to there, and then I'm going to go right across. See if we can. No, that's not what I want. Okay. One thing you can do is if you can get an actual picture of it, you can import it in and just trace that. But for this one, we're not going to get that. So I'm thinking no, that's too. Wonder if, you know what, I like that one better. So let's get rid of that stuff. Okay, so now we want to so I'm not too sure why the back foot is a lot longer, but we'll just go like this. This, and then we can play with it after. No, that's too much. Okay. And it's coming up on an angle. Alright, and then maybe we'll go about here. This angle is a curved angle, so we'll have to change that afterwards. I just want to kind of get a general pattern for him. I guess we can go here, and then like so. And then okay. Don't like that, don't like that. I think we gotta bring this guy back further. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. From here, we're gonna go here and here, and then okay. So it should go into more of a circle here. Alright. I'm just gonna bump this. Well, that looks mildly inappropriate. So I think that's pretty close. Probably not at all. Needs to basically go like that. No, still doesn't look right. I think this is too big of a curve. So let's go ahead and get rid of it. Okay, I actually think we can go from there. Okay, so let's try this again. Okay. So it's supposed to be thicker here. It's supposed to come up thinner here. That's not working for me. So we're going to come up here. And we'll just go. Like that. That looks a little awkward. No. More awkwardness. Yeah, I'm not too sure which one to trust here. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, we'll go. It's still a bit not right there. Needs to be. Yeah. Alright. I guess we'll try that. I do need to make this rounder in here though. So we'll just go ahead and do that. Yeah, it's a little bit more. Yeah, let's go like that. Okay, that's looking a little bit better. I'm still not 100% happy with that, but at this point, more worried about the back end here. So I'm just gonna go like that. Give it a little bit more shape. Get rid of that. I don't know, does it look like an elephant? Oh. Okay, never mind. What they did was, I've got way too big of a bump here. I've got to actually smooth that out a lot. So I'm just gonna go here. Yeah, that looks more like what they did. So we'll just go right there. Alright. Clean that stuff up. And we'll kind of round this out a little bit as well. Okay. And so this here had a slight little bend to it. I think that's too much though. I guess I can make it however I wanted, realistically. Okay. No, I like that one spot it was at. Yeah, we'll go there. No, I don't like that. Do it from here. Right there, that's what I want. Okay, and then I don't know if this needs to be back any further. I should kind of fix this little area here, but let's see if we can. Go to more of a rounder. I don't know, I think that's got a little bit too much forehead still. I think we got to make it yeah, it almost goes flat here. So I'm not sure if that's gonna work or not. Okay. Can we make this go up just a little bit? That, and then yeah, be quiet. Okay, and I want to get rid of that guy there. It is starting to come along. I've never made an elephant before. It does look like it needs more angle, but by the time I get to that angle, we're gonna lose a lot of this guy's look. So maybe we'll come down to about here, and excuse me. He's starting to look a little round to me here, but I'm happier with that front. let's put the ear hole. Yeah, I think this is too much of a curve as well. It's really hard to tell. Okay. So we know his eye is roughly about here. No, it's further ahead. This is really not turning out the way I wanted it to. Alright, let's try that again. Okay, and then somewhere on the midpoint here, we want his ear. Let's go that one. We will take, I guess we can do it. No, we want a circle. Okay, so it is starting to look like an elephant, I guess. Very bad one at that. So we're gonna go like that. I guess that's close to the drawing, but yeah. It's what I'm gonna use for my design here. We've got our height. We've got our width down as far as the design on the inside there. And then what we're going to do is well, let's go ahead, and now we should be able to bring this up 4 millimeters. Okay, and now what we'll do is we'll copy that. Oh. copy that and paste that. And now we will go ahead and rotate this guy. We're going to want to rotate both of these. There's one. We're going to two. Oops. There we go. Now we can bring that up to the line somewhat. Okay, so what did we say? The other one was 70. What was that? What was the distance on that? 2.2 inches. Hey Google, 2.2 inches to millimeters.
2.2 inches is equal to 55.88 millimeters.
No, that's not what we want to do. So we need a width of 77 millimeters minus 8, so 69 millimeter. So 69. So let's draw our box now. So I'm just going to go ahead and so it's going to be 69 millimeters squared. And then we're going to lift that up. How high are we going to go? Well, you know what? Let's actually do that for that size for now. I forget what that was, but we can always raise and lower it once we get the sides on here, and then we will get rid of the walls here, and that way it's all one unit. So now I'm just gonna select my tool. Make sure I got it all. Hopefully my angles are right, which I don't think they are. Because if it was, that would be... Interesting. Did this guy... Wow. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna edit, rotate, get myself a flat spot here. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Well, you know, let's do... You know what? Let's do this instead. So I'm going to take this guy here, and I'm gonna grab... So I totally messed that up, but that's okay, because I'm gonna go like this, and 68. So that's 69, eh? So now we can take that and Control Z. We're just going to want to fill this in for the moment. And then what we're going to do is grab this guy here. We're going to go in our 4mm. Down 4mm. Alright, and then 4mm. We could probably make it a little bit wider, but we'll just go with this for now. And then we want 69 on this part. 69 here. And then we'll take this guy. There we go. We're gonna take this. Oh, well, we got some of that other one selected. We don't want that. Why is that selected? That's different. Alright, let's just bring this up. So I had to make it a component here. That way it will actually play nice once it's up on top here. Okay. So now we need to align this. Well then, okay, so let's select it all. Now, now we can actually go based on here. And then we can take this guy, lift him up. Come on. Well, it's most definitely not in line. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take this part here. I'm gonna draw a line out on the midpoint on the green. Just like that. And then if I go, because that's obviously not there, and then we find center on this piece. There we go. So now we want this line to line up with that one at all costs, and that should do the trick. So since we have that as a component, that didn't even draw on there. Oh yeah, it's because it's a component. Alright, so go like that. Okay, that looks pretty good. Just gotta get that lined up there. Okay. Let's go. That's looking a lot better. Okay, let's just double check here. Looks like it's just a little bit too high. So let's go back here. Let's have another look here. Alright, so this is getting silly. Well, let's try this. Let's go from the eye socket here to here, 13 millimeters, and then hopefully okay, it says it's matched up. 13 millimeters, and that's 17, and that's 17. So I actually think we have it. So with that being said, I'm going to draw a line here. No, on the other side here. We already have one line going across from that previous box. And I think I'll make this a 4mm thickness. And then there we go. And then I will take this component and explode. There we go. And then I'm just going to take this and use my push-pull tool and bring it right to there. So now I should be able to remove these guys from the side here. And nope. Okay, well, we're going to remove that. Move that. Oh, I guess that's one thing I should check. Do we have this at our... So that's only at 73. We wanted 77, right? So... okay, so... okay. 1, 2, 3. So out 4. 2, 3. Okay, so that should be 77 now. There we go. So that's 77. And now we can color in this and get rid of these guys here. So we can do that, and now we should be able to remove all this stuff and then still have our box. Okay, so now we're good. And we'll just clean this up a little bit. So we got, there we go. Okay. Well, yeah, I think that 4mm should be good. I'll print it out. If I think that it should be any thicker, I'll let you know in a moment here. I'll do another recording here once I get it all printed, and we'll have a look at it and kind of go over and see what we think. Everything should be lined up. Just a little bit of tinkering goes a long way when it comes to this. Yeah, so you just have to use your own little playing around system. Like, I'm not doing it the way you probably should. So just take that with a grain of salt. I'm nowhere near an expert on this on Google SketchUp. I just know how to make it do the things that I need it to and how I want them to. So I'm going to print this out and we're going to take a look at it. We'll see how thick those elephant figures are, how that looks. And yeah, I'll show you a little clip here of me slicing it, and then I'll get it uploaded to the Repetier server, and we'll go ahead and get that printed out. Now with this one here, there is that gap between the bottom here, and that's ultimately for your power cable to go through, so that's good to have. But this is a great starting point to play around with. I definitely maybe should have played around with the trunk a little bit more. yeah, I'm not 100% happy with it, but once again, you can play around with it, make your own, and let me, show me. Hit me up on even Facebook or Twitter. Tag me in your post, Game Tech, and I'll definitely have a look at it. Or yeah, we'll come up with a hashtag at some point of what to tag it with. That way, I see just your guys' designs. And yeah, if you have anything that you'd want me to check out, just tag me in it. For now, just use hashtag GameTech, and I'm sure I'll come across it. There is another one of this one as well. There is a whale. I might do that one up while this one's printing and add that to the Thingiverse page. I'll make sure to upload that. And if you want, you can order this one through Thingiverse or print it out yourself. And there you go. But if you are just learning the design, do what we did at the beginning here. Start with that 15-minute pencil holder, or whatever it was, the first 15 minutes here. We did that one. So that's going to get you your quick one, and then you can manipulate the design from that and kind of make some cool patterns and push and pull things and see what you can come up with. So anyways, I'll be back in a moment here, and we'll look at this printout and see how it looks. So be right back. Okay, let's have a look. I don't think we need a brim. It's not much there though. Alright, let's try that. Let's try with none. I'm gonna get this guy printed. I'm just nitpicking. Yeah, I think that the box itself should have been put back just a little bit more, but once again, I'm not going to put any more time into this because I'm going to print it and just call it good. Remember, this is a $13 or $14 item for two of them, so now I'm going to print it, and I don't want it to cost me any more of my time because I've already put over an hour into designing this. So right there, I might as well as just a botnet if you were to calculate it based on an hourly rate. But I'm just doing it for not having to go out and buy it, but just to make it. And then I could do other things. I could make this whatever, a band logo, anything I wanted to on the sides of the box, and yeah, just use different methods to create a stand with an organizer in it. And maybe I'll do one for me afterwards of something that I like, and see how that turns out. But for now, this is the design that we copied somewhat-ish. So we'll print it out and see how well it holds my phone, tablet, and see if it's any good. So I'll be back in a moment here. And we're back. So I finally finished the print. It is right here, as you can see. I just removed the supports for it, but a little bit more cleanup is needed to be done on it. But I'm happy with the way it turned out. So yeah, I'll post some, get some pictures up, and I'll put it up on the Thingiverse page. So if you want to print it out or play with it, by all means, go for it. The only things on this that I thought I would have liked to have done a little bit different is basically there's a couple little flaws here. This should have been right here. It should have been a little bit more rounded here, so that way the trunk is a little bit more uniform. It goes in a little bit too much here, but other than that, I'm quite happy with the end result. We don't have any of the little other holes in the side panels on it, and yeah, it holds pens and stuff. And as far as the cell phone holder on it, mind you, I better not drop my phone. Let me just take that out off the charger here. Okay, so as far as the cell phone part goes, your phone does fit on there, and it is a nice viewing angle, so you're able to have this on your desk with your pens up top there, or whatever you want. And here, we'll just load it up a little bit. We'll throw some pliers in there, and there we go. And I'll drop my phone again, but that's okay. Alright, and there we go. Oh. So it turned out the way I wanted it. It is gray, mind you, but that's fine. Basically, what I'm gonna do with this now is I am going to clean it up a little bit more. I'll get it sanded, and I'll give it to my daughter, and she can paint it up, make it all pretty, and have it for on her desk, because I do notice that she does not have a pencil holder on her desk, and she always listens to her music or watches YouTube while she's working away on whatever. So I think this will be a great little addition to her desk and give her something more to play around with and paint up. So that's it for today's episode. If you have any questions or comments, post them below, and let me know if there's anything that you would like me to try to make in a future episode. We will be starting with simpler items. I also did post on Thingiverse the 6-sided pencil holder as well. It is 4 or 3 millimeters thick on that one. This one is 4 millimeters thick. I could have gone 2 millimeters on these walls here, but I think 4 was great for the actual elephant design itself. The bottom could have probably been 2 millimeters as well, but yeah, so that turned out great. I'm happy with the results on it, and yeah, I know I didn't explain too much while I was drawing on it, but if you want me to go more in depth on that, I can certainly do that. But hopefully throughout the process you're able to see what I was doing, and I did try to keep it as simple as possible for you. Like I said, I'm not an expert when it comes to Google SketchUp. I'm pretty sure people would be like, you're doing it completely wrong, why are you making these videos? But I'm okay with that, because as long as I help one person, then I'll know I've done well. So any questions, comments, drop them below. Hit the subscribe button. Go over to Thingiverse, check out the design, print it out, or even try making it yourself, and that would be great as well. So have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time. Take care, eh?